Hi everyone. So I'm gonna try and keep it together for this. Okay, so I heard back from the EU with the results of Frankie's biopsy and his CT scan. Mixed news, I guess. So the growth on his right elbow is they basically think a benign synovial tumor. So for those not familiar, there's something called synovial fluid which kind of rests between your joints and helps lubricate them, and so there's the growth is come from that. It doesn't metastasize, so it's not something that spreads. So I guess in some ways we couldn't have asked for better news on that one. He also has, which my vet originally suspected, a chronic fracture to the humerus, which is probably related to just everything really. You know, the malnourishment as a kitten, the arthritis, and of course the growth. There is some inflammation to one of his lymphatic glands, and kind of on the right side, kind of near the where the collarbone is and stuff. They think it's probably just unrelated inflammation, but they want to biopsy it just to make sure that there's nothing there. But they also found another mass when they did the CT on his chest. There is a growth in Frankie's lung, and they don't know what it is without a biopsy. I'm sorry. Without a biopsy, there is no way to know for sure if it's cancerous or if it's benign. So I'm gonna get a quote for that. It's just, sorry, I'm just after everything he's Frankie is like 7. He's 7. He's been shot. Some monster shot him. He's been malnourished. He's been threatened with euthanasia because he had diarrhea, which was solved through diet and supplements. His eye is shot. His ear canals have damage to them, but it's controlled. Just we clean them. He's just been through so much, and now this. And through it all, he's just there. Oh, the universe has an incredibly sick sense of humor. To do this to such a sweet little cat. I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep it together. So what does this all mean? So I'm waiting on an estimate to see if there's any way we can afford to do the biopsy for the lung. Because of where the growth is, they would be able to do a lobectomy. So your lung is kind of split into two lobes for each lung, and humans live very normal lives if they lose a lobe, and Frankie would be no different. So I guess that's where we are on that one. For his right leg, they could do palliative radiation, which wouldn't fix it. It wouldn't take it away, but it would potentially slow it down, the growth. Obviously, you know, there is a risk from what they said, because the biopsy is from such a small area that maybe it's not as benign as it appears. But it's incredibly slow growing, they think, so I guess that's something. To cure it, the only option is amputation, which Frankie isn't a great candidate for because of the arthritis in his left elbow. So that's where we are. However, obviously, all hope is not lost, I guess, because we can, he's having his plasma treatment tomorrow morning. So I know I've talked about this a wee bit lately, but it won't do anything for the tumour, but it would hopefully help with the arthritis. And the hope is that it would be able to promote enough healing that we would safely be able to amputate, provided provided that the I'm sorry, I can't, there's a lot to think about and a lot of discussions to be had. You know, at the end of the day, we can come up with all the treatment options in the world, but the key thing at the end of it is going to be Frankie's quality of life, and if it's the right thing to put him through any of these big procedures,